Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am using papers from the Jane Davenport collage papers from Michaels, and I'm going to be using epoxy flares from Scrappin' Happy Studio on Etsy, and I will leave the link to her shop down below. Now I chose these two papers that had a lot of purple in them, and I'm using a cut file from the lovely Paige Evans, and I cut it on like a blushy mauvey purple colored cardstock, and I am going to be backing this cut file with these kind of like mixed media looking papers. I actually like this the most because I had a thought first to like paper piece it together with like shades of purple that I could find in my stash and in my scraps, and then I was pulling out all my mixed media stuff, and I started flipping through this paper pad, and I thought, you know what, this already looks like, you know, active and colorful and textured in the background, that this could probably work and I don't have to do the work. The gloriousness of backing a cut file. So I do take the time. I don't bore you with the whole thing, but you saw me kind of just trace around the wings. I'm not being too careful, but I know when I trace it, I always try to go in the inside of the line. That way I can cut off anything in excess if I have to. So the problem is with this paper pad, I believe it's like an 8 by 10. It could be smaller than an 8 by 10. Needless to say, since I cut the butterfly to be like a 12 by 12, one paper was not going to fit both wings. So I used the paper for like 3 of the 4 wings. So that's how you can see I pieced it together, and then that purple pink one is a completely different paper, but I thought it went well. It just doesn't have a lot of the like aqua minty colors in it, but it works. You can barely see, but I definitely like working with these purple tones. This is like my third layout maybe this year so far of working in the blue purple colored family, and I'm loving it. Like we always, scrapbookers always say, like purple's a hard color we don't see in the industry being, you know, made that often, but it should definitely be one that does. I mean, I like it. I definitely like working with it, and it comes together really nicely, as you can see, like all of the different textures, and it's just interesting, needless to say. So then I'm thumbing through the stuff on my desk because I am just stash diving at this point, and I came across these white butterflies that were in a dish, and so I'm going to color them with any color purple sprays that I had. So I have Wilted Violet from Tim Holtz, Lindy Scamp Gang, and then also Distress Oxide spray. That's that one that has like a, it's like almost like the truest purple one out there. And then that one's the lightest one, which is that wilted violet, yeah, or wilted lilac from Distress Stains from Tim Holtz. Anyways, I let these dry, and they're going to be my embellishments for this butterfly theme layout. And look how perfect they came out. I got a nice array of colors and stains, and I think they work well with this. Don't get me wrong, I feel like looking at it now, I probably should have added maybe like some pink on those butterflies. But in keeping with this whole like purple-ish layout, it worked pretty well. So once again, I'm just kind of going through my collection of goodies and stuff, and so I had this one heavy, chunky, pink glittered frame along with this like multi-tone pinky mauve frame. I think that was from an old Paige Evans collection as well. And I think the glitter one might be Maggie Holmes. Don't hold me to that, but I'm pretty sure I got the manufacturer right. And so I'm scrapping a lovely picture last year on Easter weekend. Actually, I just thought about that. Yeah, that was Easter weekend last year. Easter weekend this year is going to be in our backyard. But anyway, this was last year, and Valentina got a lovely spring dress from my mom, so one of her grandmas. It had these butterflies all over it too, which is kind of fitting for my layout being all these butterflies, and it was just adorable. And it was truly just a picture that I caught with Miguel cheese facing with his daughter, and it's so endearing to watch. And so here I just kind of looked over, and I do have these ribbons sitting on my desk from a stash kit that I just had laying around, and it worked perfectly. As you can see, that texture, and it's kind of like an ombre, like dark purple to light purple ribbon. And so I just kind of lay some tape down, and then I just kind of finger pinch and do a ruffle very easily and quickly around all 4 edges, and you'll see it right here. Like, look, like that was so serendipity. Like I just kind of looked over and I was like, oh, purple ribbon. Oh, let me see what I can do with it. And it worked out like perfectly to have like this little purple ruffle edge on this photo with these 2 frames. Like, ugh. If I don't, if I don't, that's serendipity right there, y'all. I loved it so much. And so then this little bouquet of flowers, it had a purple one and like a creamy ivory one. I thought it worked. I'm not in love with the white border on it, but you know what? For just something on that corner, it still worked with the purple that I went with it. And that little like tassel bow is from a Maggie Holmes collection, but I'm going to be using these butterfly, it's called butterfly lace. I will leave the link for this epoxy flare pack in the description below, but they work perfectly. And so do these butterflies that were just sitting at my desk, and that little purple flower as well. So yeah, I've been doing a good job so far the last 3 months of the year and solely using just things that are in my collection. So here I am debating the title. And I pulled out this one and I thought I was going to use the word blessings and have it kind of curve over the butterfly's wing. But I felt like it blended in too much with the wing and it being such a pale pink that I vetoed it away. And I'm going to go with something that says Happy Day in an aqua color that picks up the aqua, minty colors in the pattern paper. And I like that much better. And so I'm just gluing everything down now. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. Hit the like button. And until next time, everyone, bye.